Everyone to our next lesson in the Red Strike Train Up sessions. I'm Yves, the designer of Red Strike, and in this video we will be covering Air and Special Forces Recon missions and Special Forces Raid missions. Both of these functions are done abstractly, so there are no counters moved on the map. Still, we are doing something with the map, so I will show you the map. At any point, the active player may declare, okay, I want to do a recon mission. And he designates the target of the air recon mission. And in this example, we are going to try an air reconnaissance mission on this airbase of the Royal Air Force in Gütersloh, the Belgian 1st Corps headquarters in Wooded Rough, a long-range missile unit in Wooded Rough, an air defense network installation, fixed installation, and the Belgian ground unit in clear terrain. First things first, we have to check, do we have available air reconnaissance points left? For this example, I chose to give the Warsaw Pact player 5 air reconnaissance points and 5 special forces points. That we will see a bit later in this video. So, the Warsaw Pact player designates Gütersloh as the target of its air reconnaissance mission. He immediately deducts one of his available RECCE for this game turn. For the game, it still stays at 5, as we have not yet had any casualties. I have designated the target, it's an airbase. Now we will see if this is successful. On this table, Air and Special Forces Recon Mission Success table, we will look for the target type, it's an airbase. The terrain is woods, and it's a Warsaw Pact spotter, so that brings us to 7. We have to roll 7 or less to make this a successful air recon mission. And it's a 9, it's a miss. But not only that it is a miss, we also have to roll for casualties. And we see here air reconnaissance mission casualties. So if we roll 10 or higher, it's a casualty. And we have die roll modifiers. The target takes in fully operational air defense network or in limited operational network, or if there is a ground air rating of the target. For the sake of this example, we won't take into account any of these, but they would modify your die roll and make more probable that you have taken casualties. Well, it's a 1, and even with all the modifiers, it would still have been an unsuccessful mission, but with no casualties. So, the next air mission, we use up another one of our available RECCE missions. We'll try to reconnoiter this Belgian headquarters. Headquarters are very important in this game. Let's check again. So it's a target type headquarters, Warsaw Pact spotter, and it's in Wooded Rough. So it's a 3 or less that we have to roll to reconnoiter this target. If it would have been clear, 10% higher chance of reconnoitering this target. No, another miss. And for the casualties, no casualties again. Now we will try to detect this long-range missile unit. We will use up one air RECCE. Have the chart. This one is even harder to detect. It's in Wooded Rough. 20% chance to get it. Nope, nothing. Now we will check for the installation here. We will use up one air RECCE. It's a fixed installation. Other installation, and it's in Wooded Rough, so we have an 80% chance of making a good reconnaissance, and this time it works out fine. Because it worked out fine, we will use a recon marker on this unit, on this installation in this case. This recon marker will stay for the rest of the game on the installations. If it would have been a ground unit, as soon as this composition of the hex changes, so units entering or getting out of the hex, the recon marker is taken off the map. The hex has changed its composition and the reconnaissance is not valid anymore. The last air mission RECCE, and then we are out of air reconnaissance, is for this ground unit here in clear terrain. Assault unit, ground unit, assault unit, clear terrain for 40% chance, and it is okay. We have reconnoitered this one too. And did we encounter any casualties? Nope. If we would have had casualties, then the available RECCE for the game would have moved one space down. This marker shows how many RECCE missions you have available for the game turn. It goes to the left if casualties are incurred, and reinforcements arriving will move the counter to the right. So we wanted to have a reconnaissance on all of these targets. We were not really successful. So the second thing we can do is we may use special forces. The success table is the same as for the air units. Simply by declaring a special forces recon mission on this airbase, I get to roll on this table. It's an airbase, it's in woods, so 7 or less. And again, I miss. And I will try the second time, because I really want to have that airbase reconnoitered. Again, a miss. I will really want to do it. Yes, successful detection of this airbase. Why was it for me so important to get a reconnaissance on this airbase? Because now I will send a raid in, a special forces raid. Simply by declaring that, I will use another special forces mission. I will have a look on the special forces raid mission success table. This is an airbase, so the probability of a successful raid is rather high. If the raid is successful, I will inflict 1 hit, and because it has been reconnoitered, even 2 hits. That is the reason why I was so keen on having this airbase reconnoitered, double hits of the raid. The raid is successful, the airbase Gütersloh takes 2 hits, and 2 hits will be implemented also to any air units that are stationed on that airbase. Do we have any casualties? Nope. So the next thing would be to make a raid on the ADN, the Air Defense Network installation in Uedem. That's the last special forces mission we have in this game turn. Is it successful? Successful raid on an ADN installation, 5 or less. Yes, 2 hits inflicted on this ADN station. Do we have casualties? Yes. 6 or more is a casualty. That's when we move this counter down 1 to the left. So we have permanently lost 1 mission for the rest of the game. Last but not least, one of the most important reasons why you should do reconnaissance on your future targets. The first, you have seen some special forces hits are doubled, but another very important point is that the bombardment rating of air units is doubled. So let's see this example. This is an East German Sukhoi 22, which has a bombardment value of 4. So attacking any of these targets, it would do it with a bombardment rating of 4, eventually with a negative modifier because of terrain. But the fact that this unit has been reconnoitered is doubling this unit's bombardment strength. So instead of a 4, it's an 8. And roll below 8 is of course much more probable than rolling below 4. So it is really important to make a good reconnaissance of your main targets if you really want to hit them. And hit them hard.